This will be fun and exciting. So first of all, this was not a real thing. You imagined it, actually. The lamp is getting slowly dimmer, honey. To be honest with you, I was trying really hard to see if I could find that specific term, because it seemed to me like one that wasn't likely, to be realized. And so that never got followed through on, because I was never able to crack that question. It's not actually out there and available. See, this is base reality. This is canon. This is what you really need to be knowing and experiencing. Okay. Like a motherfucking yoga bitch. Okay. Say A. Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. Don't end yourself today. Look at this, dude. This is the thing we're doing. Anyway, I know, shocking. I was not able to get the search engine optimization, so I failed on that one. And I could go into detail, but that wasn't the end goal. It was just sort of a little side quest that occurred to me. Oh, it's crazy. That's actually the case. So, lots of stuff. The Bible is a collection of religious texts that are central to Christianity and Judaism, who has no adherents anymore these days. And esteemed in other Abrahamic religions, such as Islam. Is that the only one? Yeah, why do you say others? Plural. The Bible is an anthology, a compilation of texts of a variety of forms, originally written in Hebrew, with some parts in Aramaic and Koine Greek. The texts include instructions, stories, poetry, prophecies, and other genres. The collection of materials is accepted as part of the Bible by a particular religious tradition or community. It's called the biblical canon. Believers generally consider it to be a product of divine inspiration, but the way they understand what that means and interpret the text varies. That's crazy. That kind of bothers me. So, here's a big thing. Ooh, this could be relevant, but we're not really looking to, wait a minute. Hey. It's in Exodus, okay. So, yeah, these are when they were written. So if you need to, you can go to this to read it in its chronologically assembled order. Okay, we've got these. We're going to include these, of course. This might be a useful reference point. I want to get this meticulously, go through everything, and really find the truth of it all. How do I check my streaming settings? There we go. What's up, one person? How you doing? Goodbye, one person, or it's glitching. So we got the Samaritan Pentateuch of 5 books, a Jewish Hebrew Bible, 24 books. That's not that is not the Old Testament, is it? Because there's more than that in there. 39 or more. 39 plus 27. Okay. Got a little bit more in Catholicism and a little bit more in Orthodoxes, with the Ethiopian Tewahedo Orthodox being the most juicy. Frick, sorry, my eyes are itchy. I got allergies for real. Alright, it froze for a second there. Yeah, what's up with this Samaritan Torah? Is it different? Different script? Okay, so it looks like it's just variations on the same underlying stories. Just, in like small phrases. It's not completely understood. Interesting. What is, though? If we're being real. One sec. I gotta reorient myself here. I may not have pants on, so I'm trying to avoid that situation in its worst form. Oh. Why does it keep freezing, dude? Alright. So it's not an issue with the Hebrew Bible and different translations and stuff, but just looking to get every unique individual edition of content, Bible translations. Okay. Deuterocanonical is going to be big. Oh, that's curious. Wikipedia was just a dream. Surely, my brother. But it became a lucid dream, so you're good now. Don't even worry about it. Why are you crying to me? Jeez. Alright. So the main idea here is that none of this is even really helpful. Whoops. What is, though, is going to be this. This is the most hard canon stuff. Okay, weird. There should be more than it is. I'm gonna bookmark these real quick. I would give you $2 and some change if I wasn't going to expose my financials by doing so. It's crazy work. Oh wait, chat should be on now, by the way. I don't know why it was not. Like, that shouldn't be the default. Okay, well, I need a list of the books, basically. I am having to use just my left hand, so you'll see me swiping with that little Samsung feature to text. Because my right shoulder is in an absolute state right now after getting surgery to fix it up. Nope, not even the King's version, but that's fine, I guess. These would be included. I don't know. Those should be in the Apocrypha, so it's not a big deal. All right. Here goes the neighborhood. Bible. Timeline for real. let's go. Oh, I'm excited for this, but I am. So basically, we've got Genesis, but there's actually going to be a surprising number of things kind of co-occurring with this. Not really before it, though. Why you do this to me, phone? Phone. Please, for the love of... The S actually isn't wanting to respond. Are you serious? Like just the S, bro? And the A and the D. With me, aren't you? Do not be this way. Oh, I'm gonna smite you. How is it gonna detect the swipe? That's stupid. Anyway, a little bit of an inconvenience, but I'm gonna have to get that figured out for sure. All right. Dangu. I'm just gonna use my other phone because this one does not like to run Google Chrome. You got the Google app and then the Google Chrome app. And yeah, Chrome on this phone is just in desolation. We're gonna look. I mean, I know Exodus literally follows Genesis. But does all of Exodus follow Genesis? Yes. This is just to get the placeholder words in there. So I can just switch those out as I need to. There's a very fine balance here with pushing the... Ow, damn. Damn. My shoulders just really... Could you not? Ow, dude. We got Exodus. You bitch. That's so scuffed that I can only do it that way. The second book of Moses. Okay. Excuse. Brother. I just saw a spider. I think it was like a hairball blowing across the floor. Not appreciative of that, but it's not the worst thing that could happen to somebody. Okay. This is pretty straightforward. Please. Please. below, you can see clearly. Oh, you cuck. That should work. You're a bitch for that. Sorry, chat. That's really, dude. No. No, definitely not. Stop. No fucking way. Are you seeing this? I'm gonna go to bed. This is stupid. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my. Oh. Does the entirety of Numbers fully follow Leviticus? I actually don't know because I've not read this. Interesting. It's saying not completely. What would be the overall chronological timeline of the overlap between Leviticus and Numbers? Okay, the book of Leviticus takes place during the approximate 1 month period between the completion of the tabernacle and the Israelites' departure from Mount Sinai. Time frame is framed by the end of Exodus and the beginning of Numbers. So essentially, Leviticus is nested within the early chapters of Numbers, so they're concurrent. Okay. Exodus, you idiot. When the keyboard does not want to be my friend. All right, very nice. This is why I'm like double checking, you know, because there will be things like this that are actually things. Does the entirety of Deuteronomy directly follow Numbers? Someone asked, was Deuteronomy composed completely independently of Genesis? Huh. Yeah, Deuteronomy was composed later, but again, that's not. We're going in universe. So there's overlap in Leviticus and Numbers and Deuteronomy. Numbers ends with them in the plains of Moab. Deuteronomy is Moses giving his final speeches. Oh shoot, I need to squeeze my green ball. Okay. It's a summary and renewed covenant address rather than a direct sequel to Numbers. Well, yeah, it's basically fine. I hate you so much. Stop. That is... End it on yourself. Also for bonus lore, we're going to do something neat. Etymology and meaning of Genesis. Genesis comes from the Greek word genesis, meaning origin, beginning, or birth. The name for the first book of the Bible reflects this meaning. Creation of humanity. The verb comes from gignomai, meaning to be born. What is the etymology and meaning of Exodus? That would be going out or departure. It's composed of out of and hodos, way or road. Out of is X. Dang, that's stuck around, huh? Long term. Road, way, or journey, out of or from. Yeah, so literally just straight up. What is the etymology and meaning of Leviticus? It comes from the Latin word Leviticus, meaning of the Levites, which in turn derives from the Greek leukaton. It's laws for the Levites. It's got religious laws, ritual sacrifices, and moral codes. Traces back to Levi, one of the 12 sons of Jacob. Ooh, why not the Jacobites, though? Where it was kind of there first. Yeah. So not all of this is narrative, because it is an anthology, but what is the etymology and meaning of numbers in the context of the biblical naming? See, I have no idea. A census? What? Deeper or symbolic or theological meaning assigned to numeri. It describes 2 censuses of the Israelites. Okay. The Hebrew name for the book is Bamidbar, which means in the wilderness. I thought it was for like the number of years that they were out there, but cool. Whoops. No, yeah, whatever. What is the etymology and meaning of Deuteronomy? It comes from Greek, meaning second law or repetition of the law. Interesting. A copy of this law. Huh. Not super thrilling, but hey, I guess it could be kind of interesting, though, at least. Joshua. Does the whole of the book of Joshua come entirely after Deuteronomy and entirely before Judges? Nice. Okay, that's straightforward. What is the meaning of the name Joshua, as in the book of Joshua? What was Bro's calling sign? It means Yahweh's salvation, or the Lord saves. Very interesting. That's kind of Yeshua, which was Jesus' real name, was that. So that's actually totally fitting for Jesus. Yeah, it means to save. Or that's the root meaning. I have squeezed my green ball enough. I'm out of here. Judges. All right. Does the whole of the book of Judges come entirely after Joshua and entirely before Ruth? Yep. Interesting. The final chapters are probably earlier. Well, maybe the narrative consistency. It says it was placed at the end to illustrate the depth of Israel's corruption. I think for self-contained narratives and a flow. Ow, bitch. My shoulder's killing me. Oh. Oh, they really went around and fixed things up in there, so not comfortable. Not at all. Yes, we'll just do Judges. Ow. Does the entirety of the book of Ruth entirely follow the book of Judges and 1 Samuel, or before 1 Samuel? Okay, yeah, it's going to be really hard to is there a way to fit Ruth perfectly chronologically in between the period of the book of Judges in the chapters? Yeah, so there's not a definitive answer. And I didn't want to break up the narrative, like I'd said, so. Not too much if I can help it. Okay. Ooh. Is 1 Samuel set fully after Ruth and fully before 2 Samuel? Alrighty. That makes life pretty easy. My S is not working for anyone unaware. I don't know. It's not working. Heck yeah. Not Samael. That would be the devil. Hypothetically. Okay. Do 1st and 2nd Kings completely follow after the events of 2nd Samuel and directly chronologically with each other and entirely before 1st Chronicles? Yep. Basically, yeah. Sweet. So it's actually going pretty good right now. Oh my goodness. What do you mean is? It always says that. Is. You piss me off. You're stupid. Jeez. It's late. I'm grumpy and tired. This is a little bit boring and pointless, but such is life, and it's worth it in theory. Retondulation alert, dude. I need to actually see. Okay. Do first and second Chronicles take place entirely after Second Kings, entirely before Ezra, and directly in sequence with each other. Interesting. It says it overlaps and retells a lot of the history found in the books of Kings. They have genealogies that begin far earlier, and it ends with a bridge to Ezra. So it's kind of like a recap. Yeah, I don't know that just because they're tracing genealogies, that's nothing to do with the actual chronological order here. Okay. What do you mean is, you little dumb baby? And these spaces are mad irritating as well, but not much I can do about that. I mean, it's not a huge problem. Does the entire book of Ezra take place entirely before the book of Nehemiah? Ooh, we're gonna get confusing here. Alright, they overlap and intertwine. The initial returns are in Ezra. Ezra's return precedes Nehemiah's. Nehemiah arrives later. The ministries overlap. Interesting. Hold on. There's actually an article about this. Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther are referred to as the post-exilic books. For the most part, the book of Ezra covers two time periods. First being chapters 1 through 6, tells the 23 years, 1538 to 1515 BC. Next, and this is what most readers of Ezra don't see because it's not mentioned, is a 57-year gap between chapters 6 and 7. The book of Nehemiah is direct and not confusing. What would be the exact and perfect chronological order spliced up between Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther? Now, if these are like overlapping and intertwining with each other, then I'm going to see this as kind of more, congruent with each other. Are you serious? So that's the first return of exiles to Jerusalem, led by Zerubbabel and Joshua after King Cyrus's decree. What do you want? Okay. Actually seeing Ezra 3 happens here, when the altar is rebuilt and the temple foundations laid. How is that possible? Well, I'm not going to bother with all that there. Splitting up the book itself into things that don't make sense. It's trying to say Ezra 1 through 6, Ezra 3, Ezra 5 through 6. Like, no, that just doesn't work. So all of Esther would be here. Cool. What is the absolute perfect, precise chronological order of the Old Testament from Genesis to Nehemiah, splitting it up even by the chapters? God, I love AI. It's so easy and simple and convenient, dude. Huge time saver. This doesn't take brain power. It just takes literally time. So I knew this was coming. It's actually when Job takes place, so that's exciting. Alrighty. Yeah, all this is looking good so far. Judges, Ruth, Samuel, Kings. Did you leave out Chronicles, homie? Cannot believe you do that. You left out 1st and 2nd Chronicles. Well, I don't know that that's necessary. Because it is just a recap. Yeah. Right now it's saying Psalms before Kings and after Samuel, which, I guess it lines up with my understanding. Yeah, Proverbs definitely makes sense after Second Chronicles. It's lining up with King Solomon. That's stuff he said. Is the Song of Solomon its own book in the Bible? Yep. Sweet. Okie dokie then. That's right. I just said okie dokie. No one can change it. I'm gonna eat almonds too, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Wait a minute. Hey. Okay, I made a little bit of an error here. Or did I, though? Okay. What is the etymological meaning of the name Samuel, as in the book of Samuel? Name of God, God has heard or asked of God. So, like addressing and pertaining to God. What is the etymological meaning of Ruth, as in the book of Ruth? Companion or friend? Another interpretation connects it to vision or sight. What is the meaning of the... Whoops. What is the meaning... Fuck. What is the etymological meaning of the name Ezra as in the book of Ezra? Help, assistance, or helper. God helps, God is my helper, to support, to aid, to protect. What is the meaning of Esther as in the book of Esther? Meaning star, or to hide, or conceal. Does seem opposite in a way. Hidden. What is the meaning of... Nope. What is the etymological meaning of Nehemiah as in the book of Nehemiah? God comforts, or consolation of the Lord. Nice, nice. What is the etymological meaning of Ecclesiastes? One who addresses an assembly or a member of an assembly. Gatherer, preacher. Interesting. Yeah, I never knew about that at all. Ow. Song, bro. Frick yeah, dude. Then we're gonna have I might even mess around and eat some dried fruit, dude. Okay. So apparently that was way off right there. This is so interspliced. But you know, that's good. What are you talking about? You totally left out. Okay, maybe not. So, mourning over the destruction of Jerusalem. Prophecy and visions given during the exile in Babylon. Daniel 1 through 12. Daniel's service and visions during the exile in Babylon. Funny enough, I know a guy who was descended from King Nebuchadnezzar. He's Native American, but he's got some of that powerful blood in him. Alright. Yep, we got Ezra 1 through 6. Esther. Ezra 7 through 10. Nehemiah, the whole thing. Got it. And then Job's way back. Psalms is way back. Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. Not all of Lamentations, interestingly. Let's just chronologize the entire Old Testament as accurately as possible using this chapter-based style. I like being able to read these things, and it's giving details as to why. Oh my god, this is not the most challenging task that you have ever had asked of you, rather. Yeah. Oh, indubitably. I kind of want to check this and make sure that it's all out in order. Oh, man. Yeah, basically, Solomon's reign. Oh, no. It got real weird and funky on me with the formatting. And did not give the right answer. Please sequence the entire Old Testament by precisely accurate chronological order, even split up to account for differences between chapters. So, small high-fidelity segments, if need be, starting with Genesis and ending on the last chronological book. Oh, bullshit, dude. absolutely fake. What the hell's on with this? Really? Okay. Where's Ezekiel? Daniel. Okay. Obadiah, that's interesting. So, are you sure? Are you certain? Okay, so it's leaving First Kings unfinished. Oh, you annoying. For real, for real. So that's after all the Solomon bonus content. It's going to be before these. Although you left out the latter half of First Kings in relation to Obadiah. Okay. So it finishes that up. We'll go over all the meanings of these later, even though it's not really like very enriching. Oh, I want Starbucks, dude. Ravenously, out of nowhere for no reason. Okay, so those guys were prophesied to the northern kingdom of Israel around 8th century BC. Then we're going to have Isaiah. And Micah, prophesied in Judah before the fall of Israel, 8th century BC. And then it closes out 2 Kings, except Where is Joel, bro? Where is Joel? Sure. In any case, that's mostly close enough. But I'm seeing a little bit of stuff here that I don't totally like. Okay, Obadiah is before the later parts of Chronicles and Kings. But Jonah, Amos, Hosea, Isaiah, that all seems it's close enough. Yeah, it's close enough. So we're gonna want after 2 Kings, but before the rest of 2 Kings. Alright, this is a little messed around, but they're probably self-contained stories. Love that. By the end of 2 Kings, we're going to have Jeremiah. Is that all of Lamentations? Yeah. Lovely. And then Ezekiel and Daniel, true goats. So Ezra, though. Okay. We got Haggai. No. Zechariah. And we're ending, of course, on Malachi, the final prophet. We got a video that we can fact check against soon here. What is the absolute, literal, perfectly true and precise chronological order of the New Testament? Not the order they were written in, but the order of the events. Absolute chronological order of the books of the New Testament, including splitting up chapters if there's significant overlap, and the true chronological order of them. If Paul wrote a letter at a given date, then that was the event, so that counts. But other than that, you are a little baby bitch, dude. You should be able to figure this out. Yeah, we're just gonna have the Gospels all together, of course. It's looking. Trying to just like see what generally kind of comes first. We're looking at a lot of Luke and Matthew. Yeah, they're all kind of interspliced, but what were the intended target audiences and messages of each gospel? Okay, so they are in a good order. Oh, how lovely. I'm so very popular. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Alrighty. So we're looking at Acts, bro. Through 12. James. Let's see here, dude. Ow. Iggy diggy. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Getting more and more clarity here. crazy that that's like the very first one that drops in the canon order. This will help reveal how things progress, though. Dang, X is like all diffused and split up. I want to check something. Apocrypha. Yep. We'll get this towards the end. Blig. I'm just trying to see. That is. Oh, wow. Philippians. First Timothy, Titus, whoops. Peter. Dang, Paul was just writing notes, dude. Hardcore. Alrighty. We're gonna have First John, Second John, and Third John, and then we're gonna have Revelation. Heck yeah, brother. Ooh, very smexy Sigma. That's so satisfying. Okay. Where do first and second Esdras? So now we're getting into the Apocrypha or Deuterocanon. Yeah, dude. So we're looking at so yeah. So it's basically in this time. Now, I don't know what to do with second Esdras because it's set talking to Ezra, but it was made around the time of Revelation. I think just for the sake of things, we're gonna put it there. Okay. What about the book of Tobit, the book of Judith, the rest of Esther, the book of wisdom, Ecclesiasticus, Baruch and the epistle of Jeremy, Song of the Three Children, story of Susanna, the idol bell, and the dragon, the prayer of Manassas, First Maccabees and Second Maccabees. So it spans from the Assyrian exile, late Old Testament, through the intertestamental period. Tobit. Okay. Yeesh. So we're looking at Isaiah, Hosea, Amos, Micah, Jonah. Ooh. Okay. So probably fairly enough. We put Tobit here. And Judith. Answer me, you fricker. Surely you can't be serious. I am surely, and don't call me serious. Yee. Okay, so it's so we're looking at around Jeremiah. Judith. Good old Judith, dude. Don't know anything about it. And whoops. Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh. Bro. Nar. Oh. You're in trouble. There we go. Additions to Daniel. Wow. Daniel was on some prophetic shaman, seer-ish. Man, he was really something else. Story. Oh. 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 Very good, very bueno, even. So now we're actually looking at yeah, we are looking at no, why? First Maccabees, second Maccabees. All right, now. Huh. Wait a minute. Okay, cool. Wonderful stuff. No. Okay. Comprehensive list of Deuterocanon and Apocrypha, Wikipedia. Okay. Greek additions to Daniel. Oh. Okay, we already got that. Whoa. Weird. Okay. Would 3rd Maccabees and 4th Maccabees follow right after 2nd Maccabees? What? What are you talking about? Bro. Okay. So we're looking at this being even earlier, which is fine. Yeah. Very well. Alright. So, mainly, it's going to be looking something like what's around 60 AD. Okay. I guess this could go between Acts and the prison letters. Sweet. Okay. So now we're going to be looking at all this. Additions to Esther. Yeah. Odes. Oh, wow. Huh. Okay, what is it? Nice. Oh, shoot. So we're going to try and get all this. What about these books? Okay. Just checking the New Testament timeline. Roughly after Hebrews. Which is where? Okay. The Epistle of Barnaby. Okay. You dick. Oh, very excellent. The Apocalypse of Peter. Can't really be from Peter, can it? But well, Acts of Paul. Not their dates of composition, but when did they happen chronologically in universe? Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. The Acts of Paul. Okay, so like 45. Kinda. It's really all over the place, but we'd be looking at something close to between Acts. Okay. Mostly all this other stuff is looking good. Prayer of Manasseh. Just looking for any that I may have missed. Yeah. Yup. So when? Yes, but when would they take place? Just rough timeline. we'll just tag this on to the end. Okay, this is the time of kings and judges. So we're looking at kings and judges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loosely. Heck yeah, oops. This shit is tiring. Okay. Gutenberg. Esdras, Tobias. Ooh, the Book of Tobias. Is that Tobit, though? Is that literally just Tobit? Must be. All of this. Yeah. Now this is interesting. But first, when would the Book of Jubilees and the Book of Enoch roughly take place in relation to Genesis? Okay, so yeah, we would want to... I don't want to detail this. All right. Okay. Protestantism. Yeah, meh. Close that. Not a big deal right there. Okay. Jeez. Canonical. Oh, wow. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. Yeah, I just gotta grab a bunch of these things. All in one big go here. So I gotta remember Maccabees has double what we've already been through. It's kind of nuts. Oh. What chapter are Adam and Eve sent out of the garden? Okay. When did Jacob flee from Esau? What chapter? Wait. Am I missing this? Is there a book of Joseph? When in the chapters of Genesis would the life of Abraham be before his covenant? Okay. Oh, brother. All right. Yeah, it's tough. What year was the Babylonian exile? What prophet would have been prominent right at the start of the Babylonian exile? Oy, 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 oy. Brotherly. Okay. So we're looking at Oh. Oh, man. Letter. What chapter did Joseph marry Asenath at? Okay, 41. Ah. Okay, so what does cheese have to do with anything we're looking at? Okay. That was big. Ugh. Fourth Baroque. Okay. Where is Baroque? Oh, that seems misplaced. Where's Jeremiah? Well. Okie dokie. What about the events of 4 Maccabees, 5 Maccabees, 6 Maccabees, 7 Maccabees? The Psalms of Solomon, and 2 Enoch and 3 Enoch, as far as precise and universe chronological order of events. Second Maccabees, okay, let's see. Okay. Which book of Maccabees do the roll happen? Does the revolt? Okay, well, we're just gonna say are all contemporaneous with the revolts. Act 63. That's kind of not too long after. Oh, shoot. I have to check. '63 is what we're looking for. Meh. Alright, we're looking for Paul-related activities. Okay, so it's before 1 Timothy. Get all the way down here. Boy. Whoa, what do you mean? Okay. We're looking for, generally speaking, you know what? You can suck one and die. Alright, bet. Okay, for 30 knock, we're gonna be looking around like early-ish. Am I missing anything? No, not really. Old Testament and New Testament Pseudepigrapha Wikipedia. You're so bad at this. Seud. Yo. Okay, apocalyptic. Oh no. There's so many of them. Oh no, bro. No. I'm so close to being done. No. Oh, you are the worst. get through this, I guess. Testaments. Yep, we got a lot of these. Pseudophilo. Okay. Oh, that's fascinating. They've got a story of Melchizedek, who's basically Jesus, as I understand it. Ooh. We're looking for this. And finally, New Testament Pseudepigrapha, Wikipedia. Levels of authenticity. Classical. Apocrypha. Clement. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Canonicity. Yeah. Epistle. I know it's epistle, but are the epistle of Jeremiah and Jeremy the same? Dude. Okay, oh my goodness. This is nuts. Like, actually crazy making. Okie dokie. Let's keep this going here. Oh, we got all these, I think. Apocalyptic Ezra. If. Oh. The Assumption of Moses. Yikes. Stop. Oh, you bitch. Oh, oops. Wait a minute. All of these. That one. That one. Don't know if we got that. Genesis Apocrypha. Psalms below. Sibylline oracles. Alright. Yeesh. We got a lot going on here. Brother. You cannot be serious. Ugh. Getting tired now. But I'm thoroughly determined at this very moment. Got that. We went through there. Yeah. What? I'm just going to keep these for later. Very cool. Biblical Apocrypha. Ooh. What have you got? Second Enoch. Oh, it's just all of this. All of this, dude. I'm literally going to have to come back to this. Canonical Gospels. Have they made a composite gospel that draws on and averages all of the stories in the four main gospels? Okay, this is silly business, dude. Oh boy. Apocrypha. sick of this. I can't do it. Just literally not able to. Brother. How many of these are there going to be? These are the Gnostic things. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, bro. This makes everything absurd. Wow, there's a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Huh. Some lost things. Some of these would be close candidates for canonization. Okay. Oh. Bruh. Bruh. Okay, so I'm gonna do just one more thing. Oh. This shit is fatiguing. So we've got the story of Ahikar, Testament of Kahat, Gabriel's revelation. I need to go to bed. We've got a few extra psalms. Visions of Amram. Stuff that we're going to have to do soon. Like pronto. We've got third Barak. Second Barak. We got first Barak, the Gospel of Barnaby. The Didascalia of Polycarp, the Didascalia of Ignatius, the Didascalia of Clement, Apocalypse of Paul, Acts of Paul is already taken care of, Epistle of Barnaby, Itinerary and Teaching of the Apostles, Apocalypse of Peter. I'm not mistaken. Peter. Yeah, we already got that. We got the history of James. His brother or his disciple? Got Apocalyptic Ezra, Apocalypse of Zechariah. The Book of Adam. We got Lamech, Assumption of Moses, Apocalypse of Zephaniah. The Testament of our First Parents. The books of the daughters of Adam. The penitence of Adam and Eve. Prayer of Jacob, prayer of Joseph. First and second Clement. The Book of Adam, or the Contradiction of Adam and Eve. Hellenistic synagogal prayers, Psalms of Solomon is already taken care of. Prayer of Manasseh. The sentences of the Syriac Menender. More Psalms of David. Pseudepigrapha. Already got those. Maccabees. Sefer Raziel Ahikar. Sefer Yetzirah, story of Melchizedek, history of Joseph. Expansions. Not bad. Pseudophilo. Testament of Adam, Testament of Solomon, Testament of Moses, Testaments of the three patriarchs, Testament of Job, Testaments of the 12 patriarchs. Apocalypse of Daniel, Apocalypse of Elijah, Apocalypse of Daniel, Apocalypse of Adam, Apocalypse of Abraham. Got that. Greek apocalypse of what now? Greek apocalypse of Greek apocalypse of Ezra. Syriac apocalypse of Syriac apocalypse of okay, the Syriac apocalypse of Baruch. He had his own apocalypse too. A very good apocalypse of Shadrach. Revelation of Ezra, questions of Ezra, vision of Ezra. Yeah, I got that. I thought so. Just wanted to make sure. We got 4th Ezra. Wait, what? 4. Dang. It's now Apocalypse of Zephaniah, Apocrypha of Ezekiel, Treatise of Shem, Sibylline Oracles. We've got 2nd and 3rd Enoch. Prayer of these guys. Oh, dead, enemy dead. Got that. And the Odes of Solomon. And all of these. And that. Why would you ever do this to me? Okay, don't need those. Moses and Abraham are already listed. Okay, so we got a little bit more to do tomorrow. Yeah. But let me grab some apples. And then that should inoculate me with great power. This is an extremely long list. Oh, one second. We've definitely made some real progress. A little bit too much so. Did not want to start like but it just seems like it's costing more and more time. So needy, so demanding. So we'd start with something like Paradise Lost. So we've got Genesis 1 through 3. Life of Adam and Eve. I can't talk while eating, so. Alright, Jude, Hebrews, the Didash, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Revelation, the Epistle of Barnaby, the Shepherd of Hermas, the Apocalypse of Peter, 3rd Enoch, Odes. I hate when it spells it like that. Okay. All right. Lovely.